Good morning. It is Scott Cullen, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report. Once again, it's time for Fridays with Frank. Before I bring Frank out, don't forget to do the usual, like, subscribe, comment. And now, please welcome Frank Cannata. Hey, Frank, how you doing this morning?
Well, I'm going through an experience of having a new computer, which was supposed to have, take everything from the old, put on the new, and everything should be fine. And I've had 3 days of a horror show. Every password I had didn't work. We had to get new password. It's just been one fun game after the next. But at any rate, here we are, Fridays with Frank. What do we want to talk about? Well, as I shared with you, Scott, at the BPCA meeting, Dominic Petrelli, who's the executive director, did a good job of reaching out to the dealers and say, for the panel, here, as I asked Dominic, I should get us as many questions as you can, because it'll be helpful to the dialogue, and we'll be answering questions that the dealers want to hear answers to. So I've got this list, and I'm looking at that. We didn't have time to ask, and he said it's perfectly okay. Go ahead and use them. So I'd like everybody to know that this is coming from dealers. And I like this question: what are the manufacturer's plans to streamline operations, take out costs to hold down prices? I think the most significant thing they're done is their merging of their manufacturing capabilities. That, what Ricoh and Toshiba did, excellent. KM did likewise. So basically, when you do that, when you partner with somebody, you don't lose your individuality or your distinct nature of your product. In one case, I think Konica Minolta stressed this is about parts, and the Ricoh Toshiba thing was more about, I think, common engines than anything else. So now, to me, when you can combine the requirements, well, in terms of buying the materials you need to make these things, the price has to go down considerably if you're ordering so much more. So yes, I would say step number one is, where feasible, combining with another manufacturer to make fill a common need. However, not making private label machines. That's a misconception a lot of dealers have, and that is not what it's all about. And as we've used as an example time and time again, think about Canon and HP and the relationship they've had for more years than I can remember. They've been making HP engines, print engines, all that time. And I remember Mr. Mitarai, when he was president of Canon USA, he was asked that question. He said, no, we have, when is Canon going to be introducing its new line of printers? So initially, there was no thought of Canon saying, we don't need to, because HP has given us enough business on the printer side that we don't need to go out and sell one. So when they decided to do it, they took the same print engine they were providing HP, and what of course HP had their own software that they had integrated into the device, and Canon did their version. So the engine came off the same production line, 2 different machines. So what else can they do besides combining their capabilities in purchasing materials for manufacturing? I think take advantage of the latest technologies is significant. What does that mean? It means to make your people more productive, and in many cases, to require less people. So I think what you can anticipate, and I think we've addressed this already, I think they're going to use AI to a great extent to do these simple, mundane things that can be done easily and not require any creativity, so to speak. Uh, Formatting, I can just see about 10 different ways that they can use AI, for instance, in their own direct sales for proposals, pricing, just the common everyday questions that come up in the discussion when salespeople are trying to present a proposal or get a sale for a multiple machine order, that an AI can be tremendous help. What does that do? It increases the productivity for the salesman. If it does a big enough job, and some people, I think Conicum and Alter, I think I addressed this previously at their last meeting in Sarasota, Florida. They had a very good presentation on AI. Laura Blackman did a great job, and basically, the expert that she had on video said, if you use AI in training salespeople, you will increase their productivity by 28%. I've said that before, and I know I've said that before. But that's another way to for them to decrease their operating costs and obviously be in a better position to take care of their dealers. So overall, I think that's about the only thing that we have knowledge of. Certainly on the technology side, yes, they're going to use technology of partners without any question. To what extent, we'll just have to wait and see as we go along. You have one manufacturer like Fujifilm that is selling their production stuff to two manufacturers currently, and I understand that they're starting to sell it directly themselves. So be it. I mean, that is about the only other thing I see that will subsequently reduce costs for dealers, because when you get into a face-off with the same product, price deteriorates. It's just common sense. And it's very interesting on the first interview that we did for our production print issue. They made that argument very differently. They said that they don't like to go at commercial printers to sell production print devices, which is unique, in my opinion. They rather attack implants, and they're very, very successful doing that. So, there's different ways that you can circumvent that. But getting back to the original question, manufacturers are very, very conscious of how to increase productivity, how to reduce their costs, because their profitability is hurting like everyone else.